Okay, this is what happened on the 22nd of December 2018. Yesterday was a heavy spray day, and today, same thing. It's ridiculous. This was non-stop over the UK all day. You can see plus frequencies. All different kinds of chemtrails. There were the aluminium ones, and then you had the black soot ones, and then they sprayed out the full moon. Okay, because this is just a snapshot. Okay, you're not getting the full picture here. This has been all day. It absolutely stinks outside. Okay, look at this. It's ridiculous. Greatest crime ever, and of course no one doing anything because the scum rises to the top. That's right. What do they call it? Uprising extinction. Rising up. But unfortunately, that group called Extinction Uprising, Extinction Rebellion, sorry. That's the government. Okay? Those are agents. And those scum, they mention nothing about this chemtrailing. This is what's going to extinct us. Those scum are calling for this. They're a bunch of scumbags. It's ridiculous. This is what's going to make us extinct. All day spraying, and you can see, it's ridiculous here because there's warm air coming up again, and they're blocking it. That's the most obvious one is. I've put some theories out there, quite a few now, but the most obvious one is they've got to keep their ball or their globe nonsense, their lie, alive, and this is how they do it. They've been manipulating the weather. Okay, as I told you, historically, we've had vineyards of the North Indian of England. We've had farming possible even up here in the Arctic before, when it was not warmer, and of course, the dinosaur lie is that the dinosaurs were gorillions of years ago, more like thousands. Yeah, they were dinosaurs because it's warm. And humans do well when it's warm. It's not what they want us sick. These sick people who talk about the fucking glaciers, which is I like the cold, all that nonsense. They're liars. You take all these people who go, I like the cold, I like it when it's snowing. You just take any of them in shorts and t-shirts, yeah, short t-shirts and sandals, and just drop them off here, yeah. Okay, they'll be dead. They'll be dead in one day. I guarantee it. Okay, no shelter, no. Yeah, this is mad. This is ship tracks going on. This is full blown poisoning of the earth. They're killing the earth again. Because the earth is like it was half dead before. Now they're taking it back to half dead again. All the species have been going extinct because of this. So they could lie and go. See, my tilt. My ball tilt makes my winter. Well, that's simply not true. We know, and whatever you say Antarctica is, okay? It's the ice shelf, okay? That's ridiculous. They say it's a continent, but it's clearly, it's clearly all the way around. You can reach it from everywhere. It's what encloses us, okay? If it wasn't, it would just be a little bit here, okay? It's because this is, they're liars, okay? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw chemtrailing yesterday over here. Let's see. It's just everywhere, the whole world. I'll go back to today, and they're blocking it. They're blocking the warm air so they can say, "My snow, my winter, my ball," and because the globe is the biggest killer of your. You'll basically forfeit your eternal spirit once they got you going down the globe path. You think you're on a stupid ball, yeah, and that God's not real and the Big Bang, yeah, and that's it. You will die spiritually, and that's the end of you, and your body there will be a host to these entities from the deep, and I think that's the most obvious thing, okay, that's going on. They're killers. They're killing you. and everyone else with not with lies, lies that lead to you thinking there is no God, and then you commit sin and then you die spiritually. That is, you can die. You can lose your life, but you can still have your corpse walking around. Ridiculous. Okay, so we've got all the scum risen to the top. Every position of power is compromised. Okay, and if they weren't all compromised, they would have, they just get rid of them. They just sack them, or just I don't know, just assassinate them. So that's what we've got. Chemtrails all through the saturnalia season, which again, unfortunately, I have family members who enjoy these things. Otherwise, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do this whole Christmas Day nonsense. Okay, it's pagan. It's got nothing to do with God. It's all to do with Satan. Satan's gifts. Yeah. So here we go. So let's celebrate Satan's gifts. Yeah, it is the season. Yeah, that's Satan's gifts. Yeah, I do not consent to this. I do not consent to this counterfeit life on earth, which is Satan's kingdom on earth. It's disgusting. It's just endless lies wrapped up. Then you've got mental slaves, dominated. They're mentally dominated by the lies, and they will never wake up. They'll never wake up. Oh my goodness, we're in big trouble. Big trouble. And as I said before, the host of heaven and Jesus could not return soon enough. Because these scum, they've got to go back to the deep of hell. Yeah, this is mad. Look, this is all they turned it into almost like a plasma, with these frequencies. Look at that. It's just poison. Poison every day. That's what I mean. Are people that stubborn and stupid that the only reason they're not dropping dead due to all this is because of how thick they are? I reckon that's it. I reckon they're so thick-headed and stubborn that they're not keeling over from the poison that we're being sprayed with. Yeah, my God. Yeah, you got idiots. Yeah, idiots go, this is just cloud. Yeah. Yeah, right. This is just cloud. Yeah, for weeks and months and months now, and it's going to continue for months and months. And like I said, when it reaches April, May, it's still going to be the same. It's going to be this April, May, yeah, and because what they're going to do, it's going to be June, July, August, September too, yeah, and then you can forget it. And then they'll all the scum on TV, they'll pretend that this hasn't happened, and they'll probably call it a cracking summer, even though it's going to look like this all through spring and summer, yeah. And it'll reach October, and they'll go, "That's it, summer's over. Yeah, now this is the weather. It's back to normal." That's what they'll say, because they're demons. They're demon possessed. Look at this everywhere. Mostly all concentrated, in the States, Blighty here, Europe, and most of Russia. Russia's their chemical ice nucleation zone. It's all disgusting. Most of it here. Obviously the whole world gets the treatment. Especially the frequency treatment. And they can move in all that crap down here. And it's like permanently cloudy if you haven't noticed. Yeah, in Oceania, between these, Indonesia and all that. It looks like this like all the time now. All the time, and nobody thinks that's strange. They might get the odd one day, every month where it's clear, but Okay, so that's it. We're in hell. We've got devils in the high seats. We've got their demonic minions carrying this out. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. And they're supposed to be having summer, yeah? Some summer. Yeah, and look at that. Just disgusting. So it's the entire world, let's have a look at Africa. I mean, they're probably just dropping Ebola off. Why is this all? I know it's like it's supposed to be a rainforest, yeah, but it's like permanently this mystified, like a high frequency cover all the time now, and they're dropping Ebola outbreaks all the time. They're probably hoping it comes up this way, and then they'll blame the Africans, because they're letting in. They let them in all diseased with the diseases they give them, they drop on them, and then they come here, and then they go, yep, it's not us, it was Africans. Yeah, see how that works? And anyway, they shouldn't be coming anyway. There you go. It's just this is a state. There's a lot of manipulation going over Madagascar a lot of the time. So that's it. We're done. We are done. This is the last saturnalia ever, I think. It's going to be a massive sacrifice. I mean, our immune systems are probably already screwed. I mean, if this is, amongst all these chemtrails, they overload with toxins, yeah, and then at the same time they could be doing some kind of boost to make you not exhibit, the radiation symptoms, which has poisoned everyone. So they put your immune system into overdrive, yeah, and eventually it's just gonna overload and just break down completely. You won't have an immune system, but and then it'll be AIDS for everyone, because that's really what. There's no HIV virus, by the way. It's bollocks. It's your immune system is just broken, and then you're just susceptible to everything. Okay? There's no virus isolated. It's crap. Okay, so they're gonna just and then it will manifest in the plague, because you'll have so many things wrong with you, viruses and bacteria, and just having a free for all at your body there, unprotected body, and they'll go, oh, it's the plague we've been warning you all about. Yep, it had to happen, the superbug, and it's your fault because you went to hospital too many times and demanded antibiotics. Yeah, they're keeping Canary Islands nice and clear. So if you wanted a holiday, yeah, you better fly out there. Okay, don't go to Gran Canaria though. It's known as the gay island. You want to go anywhere else basically. Not Gran Canaria. Although that's the thing, because it's known as the gay island. There's like prostitutes everywhere. They'll give you there's usually cheap deals. It's airport up there. Was this Maspalomas? Is it? Yeah. Yeah, and it's just condoms everywhere in the morning. It's disgusting. I went there once. Yeah, so don't go make that mistake. Pay a bit extra and go somewhere where it's not one of those places. Okay, I mean, if anyone should be getting the chemtrail treatment, it should be this place, right? But no, it's all up here. Yeah, they want to. Well, I think what they want to do is they want to kill everyone in these European states, right? And then it'll come to a point where it'll be over, because it'll be spraying up here every day, right? To say my ball, got to keep up the appearances, you see, because if it warmed up and we had a lovely climate all year round, because that's how it used to be, teeming with life before, with millions, probably billion species that have gone extinct, yeah, since Satan took over and he had his scum basically attack the whole world, poisoning it. There's some kind of Nephilim technology they use up here, and of course down in Antarctica, yeah. So Nephilim technology left over, which they're using to go, look, it's tilted, so that's why it's called a ball, even though it's complete bullshit. It doesn't hold up to, anyone with half a brain just looks at what they're saying. It's absolute nonsense. Okay. I mean, hold on. Let me just for the sake of how stupid, I look at. Okay. I mean, I'm not very good at drawing, but I'll just do it real quick. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Let's do a brush here. Or maybe there we go. No. Yeah, that's good enough, right? That's my ball. Okay. Okay. Let's do I don't know, a plane. Okay. Okay. So plane goes up. Say okay. Just it's not obviously not to scale, just like their illustrations. Okay. And you got a plane. Okay. Obviously it's on its side. It's on its side. Okay. Okay. Terrible drawing. Okay. That's approximation of a plane. Okay. Ridiculous. Okay. I mean, how are you going to go faster around the ball? Okay, which is going to be faster? Something on the ground, yeah, or something that goes out this way, yeah. And then they both had to make their way around the whole the ball Earth, yeah. What's going to take longer? Something closer to the ground, yeah, or something further out, yeah. So if you've got half a brain, you should be able to work that out. And furthermore, okay, well now let's do some other modern art, I guess. Where's the sprayer thing? The spray can. Do they have the spray can still? Oh, there you go, spray can. Okay, so obviously, all right, let's fill it in as well. Yeah, there you go. That's my ball, my blue marble. Oh, we gotta do some clouds. Yeah, there you go. I'll do it just like NASA does it. Yeah, there we go. Bam! Yeah. It's official. That's the official photo taken from space. It's a photograph, everyone. Okay. So what? Okay, let's see now. Okay, let's do the atmosphere, which is so thin, but we're not doing this to scale. Okay, so okay, there's the atmosphere. Yeah, that's it actually. Okay, and then as you get further out, apparently from what they tell you, it gets thinner. Yeah, it gets thinner. All right, just forget about that plane. All right, it gets thinner, thinner. Okay, I don't know. Is that good enough? Okay, so how on earth can you go faster around the ball when the atmosphere is thinner? Okay, as you go, according to, that's a lie as well, by the way. Okay, but as you go, I mean higher up, yeah. How can you go faster? Because there's not enough material to go under the wing and through the engines anymore. That's why I saw some documentary on what was it like the P-47D Mustang or something, P-45 or something, and they have some kind of booster, yeah. And there's this pilot that said, yeah, at sea level we can fly these P-45D Mustangs faster. And you see, you've got these boosters, which can basically push more air through the, the engine when it's higher up, so that we can achieve speed similar to sea, near sea level. Okay, so that's admittal. Okay, okay. So you can't go faster because when you get high up. Okay, because it's simply not enough material. That's why that's why when a plane goes up, right? Yeah, plane goes up. I have to draw a new one now. Yeah, there we go. So that's a plane, and there's a lying Masonic pilot in there. Piece of shit. My ball. Okay. Okay, that's why the planes can't continually go up into space. Not because of gravity, the big G, their god. Gravity, the fucking lying scum. Yeah, big G, and we've got to do some bollocks. Yeah, so there it goes. Is that the compass? Yeah. There you go, the fucking scum. Yeah. You can't because there's nothing there to hold you up. There's no air. That's why it will come down. That's why you'll lose speed and you'll stall. Okay, and you can't have any rockets going into space. Okay, so here we go. It's a rocket. Yeah, and that won't work either. Okay, because there's nothing to put. There's no thrust to push against anything in the vacuum of space. Okay, which is a lie again. But according to their own bullshit, okay, there's a vacuum of space, so it won't go anywhere. Okay, it will. Okay, what will happen? It'll push up all the way here, and then there'll be nothing to push on anymore, and it'll start falling down again. Okay, that's what would happen. So again, more bullshit. This should be obvious. Uh, I mean, if they test it, if they say, yeah, rockets work in a vacuum, it will be because they put it in a vacuum originally, and the vacuum would be too small, and then the thrust would create its own, you know, uh, like a gas in there, and then they go, oh, it works. Okay, but if you're you can't test it. Okay, and because the chamber would always be filled up with what comes out. The exhaust, and then there would be an atmosphere, and then they'll go, oh, look, it's moving, it works. Okay, so that's of course lies, all right? Okay, and then the other lie is, okay, let's draw some nonsense. Okay, it's the ISS, which doesn't exist in reality. Okay, apart from a little model and an underground, uh, studio. Yeah, all right. They should be able to take I don't know, some telescopic camera or science with a camera with a telescopic lens and take a photo of skyscrapers and people, people upside down, yeah, and they should be showing planes upside down. The two, yeah, there should be planes upside down, and then of course on the top of my ball, okay, there should be planes at the top, but they will never take pictures from their little studio. And of course, you don't see the fourth wall either. Okay, you've got the camera filming. Okay, you've got the fake ISS. Got the astronaut Masonic liar. Yeah, got the camera. All right, they've got the foot there. All right, some evil demonic entity videoing the lying bastard. Yeah, lying bastard. There we got some astronaut with some horns, so you need a tail as well. It's a devil, and should have really made him red. Okay, there you go. That's good enough. And they'll never turn around another camera and go and show you here. Okay, because that's a studio, and you've got some evil entity there videoing the mind controlled. If they're not liars, they are mind controlled. Scum, whatever they are, they're not human anymore, right? And then what else? I mean, what else could I show you to show you how ridiculous this all is? I think that's about it. And you'll never see all they claim there's satellites everywhere. Yeah, you'll never see satellites everywhere anywhere. No. Oh, maybe that's why they're spraying. They're spraying so much, yeah, that you'll never see the sun again. And then they'll just say, yeah, we've got so many satellites up there. That's why you can't see the sun anymore. Yeah. Okay, so I'll leave it there. This is insane. Okay, we've got absolute lying scum ruling us, who claim they are elected and are representatives. They're not. They're scum. It's a sham. Okay, so here we go. That's the end of the video, and we're in big trouble. I mean, we've always been in big trouble, but now that people are waking up to the scum, now they're killing us. Yeah, and they're going to lie and say aliens. Okay, so there you go. We're done. May God help us all, because we certainly need the help to get away from these monsters. These monsters masquerading as human on Earth. Liars. Oh, actually, before I end, it's actually alright. Start again, yeah. One more thing, okay. Alright, that's the Earth, okay, and I know we'll put some water there. Yeah, yeah. That's not very good, is it? Who cares? Okay, I'll do. Okay, some water. Yeah, that's it's all flat, by the way, apart from some hills and some mountains and whatnot. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then let's do the ice shelf, and then we're not where and which encompasses us all the way around. Okay. Oops. Right. Just fill it in now. Yeah. Okay, that's what it's like, and this is the ice shelf, and then Antarctica, which we're not allowed to go. You know, you try and go there, you'll be killed. Oh, filled in the water as well. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So I guess that's the Southern Ocean. Yeah, the Southern Ocean. Which is really massive, by the way. Okay. All right. So what was my point I was going to make here? Oh yeah, the point I was actually going to make is it does get thinner up to a point. All right. I mean, come on, it's stupid. Look, okay, I'll put the sun up there as well. There's the sun, all right. There you go. And it doesn't come oops, sorry, in straight lines like they show you. Yeah. This will be in all directions. That's why my tilt doesn't work. Okay. They claim this. Just imagine those are straight. Yeah. It will spread out. Okay. Because it's not in straight lines. It's all different directions. So the tilt bullshit doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, it gets thinner up to a point. I mean, we don't even really they tell us what air is, but what do we know? How do we know air only goes through our lungs at, depending on the magnetic field, you know? We don't know. Because look, it takes more energy to boil water at sea level, okay, than it does at the top of a mountain. But water will boil with much less energy at the top of the mountain, which doesn't make any sense. Because you can't have it both ways. Because you'll say, at sea level, well, they won't explain it this way because they'll catch them in the lie. What will they say? They'll say it's warmer at the ground, yeah, because there's more particles. It's denser, so there's more particles to heat up and collide with each other. So it's hotter. You got the mountain, and there's less air around, so it's colder. Okay, which is absolute shit, because that makes no sense. It takes more energy to boil water at sea level than it does up a mountain. So they go, lies. It's all to do with magnetics. Okay, so anyway, I'm talking about the natural clouds, which you don't get anymore. Okay, the whole weather was driven, by the way. Okay, it doesn't get thinner and thinner. They make you think it gets thinner and thinner and thinner. It doesn't. Okay, I think that's a complete lie. Actually, at the top, there's not space. There's a superfluid, and it's super cold. Okay, and at the top, it's super cold, and there's currents. Okay, and that drives. I think it's called. Is it subduction? The freezing cold and super dense clouds. They get really cold, and then then subduction is they come down. Okay, and that's I could go into it more, but it's too long. But that's what used to drive the weather. Now it's scum with friggin' arrays everywhere on the ground. Evil fucking scum. That's evil scum spraying us. Yeah, that's the weather now. Yeah, there we go. This fucking evil bastards. Okay, and up here got a superfluid, and I better start again. Okay, because I've just drawn a picture for no reason there. Okay, so we've got the I'll do it lower down. Superfluid. Actually, no, that's not. Okay, I'll start it. Just imagine that's okay. Ground level, our perspective, always flat. Okay, and that's actually that's another thing as well. When they what do they show you? They go they go there's my boat. Yeah, my boat. Okay, and it's going over the curve. You see? Oh, it's going over the curve. Oh, it's sail. We've seen the sail last. It's rubbish. That's another reason for spraying, because they want to make it so mystified you won't be able to check anymore. You zoom in again, and what will happen? Oh, it hasn't gone over the curve. And if it was going over a curve anyway, yeah, and you're seeing just the tip of the sail as the last thing going over the curve, that would mean you'd also be able to see the the curve, of the water. It makes sense, doesn't it? You'd also see the curve of the Earth on the water, but you don't. Because you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, you can't see the curve over the ocean because, oops, wrong color. Because it's too big. You need to go up into space to see that curve. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it not see any curve, okay? Anywhere, whatever altitude, there's no curve unless it's a fisheye lens, okay? You can't have that and that. You can't have both, idiots. All this fucking lying, demonic filth. Okay, and what else? Oh yeah, so I'll go back to what I was saying. Okay, so you've got the heaven. You've got the first heaven, which is our atmosphere. Okay, which we don't really know what air is even. There's a lot of lies going on. There's a lot of lies. You've got models presented to you. That's what you've got. Models, working models, but they're lies. Okay, that's our atmosphere. Okay. Okay, and then and I told you, it gets super dense, super fluid up here. Actually, that's a bad illustration. But what will really happen is it won't be flat when you get up there to the second heaven. Okay? If you could see it, the second heaven would be a ball. Okay? Because if you were on 2 dimensions and then a 3D object. Okay, I don't know. I'm terrible at drawing. Alright, there we go. So a 3D object, a box, alright, was coming to flatland, and the people on flatland could only see 2D. They wouldn't see a box. What they would see in flatland would be a circle on the ground. That's a circle on the ground, okay? That's why we see the moon ball. That's why we see the sun ball, because that's a higher dimension. Okay? So when you get up here to almost the second heaven, that's why Concorde could go around faster. Not because it was going faster relative to the ground, but because it's actually entering another dimension. Okay, so from the perspective of the second heaven, it would be concave. Okay, so Earth is flat, but when you're near the second heaven, then it's concave. All right, that's the second heaven. All right, when you get near that, you don't fully go into it, but the effect will be there. It's concave. So that's why going up in a plane would be like cutting corners. Look, that's how you get to your destination faster. You see? Not okay, and there's a lot of the measurements for the airspeed. There's a lot of deception there going on. I'm not going to talk about that, but that's how you get to your destination faster. Okay, that's why they got rid of Concorde. Okay, because maybe they were afraid people would work this out. Okay, and this green line, by the way, that's our land, our plane which we're on, which will appear concave Earth from the second heaven. But where from our perspective, it's flat. Okay, I end the video there now. Too many lies. Everyone's been lied, and our minds have been damaged by demonic filth and devils straight out of hell. Who want to drag? They want you to forfeit your eternal life and your spirit, and go to hell with them, where they'll torture you forever. And that's it.